Look at that auto mode. That shit is freaking fire. Damn. What up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is doing well. Summer's almost over. I'm pretty sad about it, but what I'm not sad about is what I'm about to show you today. Guys, over the course of the last couple weeks, I had the pleasure of meeting a really cool dude with his own business. It's called Lit Logos. Dude's name is Skylar. Sent me over a dope ass care package so I could be literally the first one to hook you guys up with a detailed install video of the products that he carries. Just want to show you something here real quick. Look at this bad boy. See that right there? Damn. That's what we're gonna be doing today. Obviously, guys, you saw me taking off my bumper, doing a whole bunch of stuff right now. That's the process in which you have to do it normally. So let's get into things real quick. All right, so pretty much this is his, it's like a RGBW LEDs. So they're pretty much impact heat resistant, works with a Bluetooth controller, compatible for both Android and iOS. Look how beautiful that detail is. It's laser cut frosted acrylic logo. It is so nice. Guys, he really took a lot of time making this stuff. Really cool product. I definitely had to have it because I love my STI being literally one of a kind. That's how it is. So what's in the box? And by the way, guys, I've been waiting on the mailman because without this my install would be kind of tough. This is the reason why. Anybody with a grill, if you look on his website, normally this is the normal grill right here. This is my old STI grill, but I put a custom grill craft grill on the Hulk here. So obviously you can have some problems installing this product onto your car. So on his website, they definitely tell you if you have an aftermarket grill, it's Grillcraft and others, please contact them, and this is the reason why. I'll show you real quick. So the reason why is attached to this logo you have JST connectors. This connector is not gonna fit through this grill because the holes are too small. It will fit through the OEM grill, but it will not fit through the Grillcraft grill. So what I was waiting on was this right here. I got these custom 3-prong waterproof connectors. Gotta use your head, right? And what I'll be doing is, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna literally cut this wire right here, connect the quick connectors to it, and so I'll be able to run it through the grill. So every time I take off my bumper, because you guys always know I'm tinkering with a lot of stuff, gauges, you name it, and I'm constantly taking my bumper off, so I need a quick disconnect. So what's in the box? All right, guys, so you already know you have your frosted laser cut acrylic logo. You have connected to, has the lines, the Bluetooth controller. I'll show you guys how to work the app towards the end of the video. He hooked me up with a nice little sticker, add some horsepower, some dope ass shades, comes with it. And he gives you 4 zip ties. The zip ties go in here. The zip ties go right through these little holes to assist in hooking it up and fastening it to the grill. Now I would recommend, guys, definitely put some 3M tape on the back of that, so you know you don't want anybody freaking coming and snipping off your zip tie and just running away with your stuff. You know how people are freaking shady. So definitely. Now let's get down to brass tacks. what you want to do with this, you definitely want to connect it to a fused source. So in case of anything was to happen, you're not going to blow out the components of the logo or anything else in the car. So what you can do now, when I spoke to Skylar, you can directly hook this up to your battery. It functions and it won't come on unless you turn it on via the app. So the app is literally controlling this, and I've tested out multiple times and it works flawlessly. So even if you hooked it up directly to your battery, it's gonna have minimal drain. I think it can last about 750 hours before like draining the battery, like standby 750 hours without draining the battery. Now, this is the thing. If you are gonna hook this up to your battery, this is what you're gonna need right here. You're gonna need an inline fuse, or you can go through and get fuse taps. Now guys, obviously the STIs, this is an ATM fuse. So you're gonna be connecting you're gonna be taking the red positive wire from here that I have connected to the battery right now. This, you're gonna hook it up, and the instructions he gives you, pretty much you run it to the side through here. You can go through the fender. When you go through the fender right here, come through the door, come to the door over here, go through this grommet and go into and tap into your fuses in there. That's what he wants you to do. So now you can hook this up to a switched or permanent connection. Now it's the same thing as literally hooking it up to the battery. The battery is like a permanent connection where it'll be on 24/7. You can control it on and off with the app at any time. If you hook it up to a switched source, many videos I've done, guys, many videos I've done, if you hook it up to a switched source, you will only be able to control this from the app when the ignition is on. So see right here, look at this. Once I tap this button right here, boop, logo turns off. Tap it again, logo turns on. So if you hook it up to the battery, you need this bad boy right here, an inline fuse, hooking it up. So if anything happens, the fuse, obviously the fuse is not in here, I have it on the floor, the fuse is gonna pop and nothing is gonna happen to your product. So an easy way to do it, hook it straight to the battery, which will be a permanent connection where you can connect it. You can literally control it if the car is on and off anytime, perfect. Or you can go and do it a little bit longer way if you want, and hook it straight to inside of your car to a fused switch source. So pretty much, where is it? So obviously, if this is called an addifuse, so if you hook it up inside the car, there's gonna be fuses on here. So if something was to happen, the fuse is gonna pop. So it's literally the same thing. The only difference is this will only work, depending on the fuse you tap into, only when the ignition is on. So it's literally up to you how you want to do it. And that's it. So let's get on with this install. All right, guys, something I forgot to mention. Forgive me for that. So my version is the RGBW version. He carries two versions of these, the RGB and the RGBW. What's the difference? The RGB uses 3 different chips, obviously red, green, and blue, in order to produce color. Now the RGBW, it has a 4th chip in it. You have that white chip. So you actually get a more true white color, and that white chip on the app can be controlled independently. So what you can do is you can increase, decrease the white independently to create deeper or lighter shades of colors when mixed in with the RGB chip. You feel me? That's the reason why I got it. Now, don't forget, make sure you check with your local state and county laws. Guys, if you're gonna drive with this shit, make sure just leave it on white as like a running light if you're gonna drive with it. If you drive with this thing glowing different colors or whatever, and a cop stops you and he gives you a ticket, man, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Some you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Just be careful. You know what you're doing. Remember, this stuff is for show, so be careful and be sensible. You feeling me? All right, guys, so most of you are not gonna have like a really super hard time with this if you have like the regular grill. As I said, the holes in this Grillcraft grill is a lot smaller. So pretty much once you disconnect this, oh, by the way, as per his instructions, once you get to the other side of this grill and you hook up the connector, this heat shrink that he supplied right here, it goes over this and you heat shrink that bad boy down to have like a nice watertight connection. Okay, don't forget to do that. So now what I'll be doing is I have to literally disconnect this right here like so. I'm going to be cutting this wire. Okay, I'll just be cutting this right here and joining up my connectors. So I'll have to literally slice this wire right here, run it through, stick it, meaning fasten the logo, and then hook this up on the other side right here as a quick disconnect. Got it? Guys, just a heads up, most of you are not gonna have to do this because most of you have your OEM grill. You feel me? What you see me doing right here is I cut the inline fuse, take one end of it, join it to the positive wire of the logo, and then the other end, join it to a ring terminal to connect it to the positive pole on the battery. All right, guys, so see me join up the inline fuse, hooked it up to a ring terminal right to the positive, ring terminal on the negative. Okay, then I gotta heat shrink this part here, this quick connector. This is my own quick connector that I added over here. It's a waterproof connector. That's the last thing I did right here. Guys, if you're gonna do anything like this, make sure you mark the wires, what color is what. Okay, just follow this lead right here. This green wire is not used, so the red is on top, black is on the bottom, blue is in the middle. Okay, and let's just see, make sure this shit works. So it's connected. Ooh, yes, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Look how dope that shit is. Damn. How sweet is that? Ultra freaking sweet. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so now what I had to do was mines couldn't go all the way in because of the holes, and I didn't really want to cut the grill. I might end up just cutting one piece of the grill, but this right here is 3M tape that I doubled, and I pulled the zip ties ultra tight, so it's super like this thing is not, it's not going anywhere. See how the 3M penetrated the grill, so that shit ain't going nowhere. So guess what, shit works. Just gotta button back up the grill and neaten up the wires, and that's it. All I gotta do, I'll show you guys how to work the app. Touch of a button, boom, shit is off. There you go. All right, guys, so I lost a bit of light. I had to run an errand real quick for another project I'm working on. Obviously, you see my intercooler piping is missing. Had to get some stuff welded. Okay, so now once you're finished, everything is connected. You guys saw that the stuff works. Don't forget that you actually have to heat shrink. Remember this JST connector right here? You got to heat shrink that, because he explains that you don't want to avoid any warranties. And now I'm just going to put the grill back on. This is my waterproof connector right here. The other half is on the grill, and that's it. Everything works. It's just going to take me some time to put this all back together. Let me put it back together, and I'll show you guys how to operate with the app. Now, if you guys had to do it the other way, as I told you before, if you had to do it the other way, whether you run this red wire to the side of the fender, through the door, as I said right here, through the door, you go through this grommet right here, and as I told you before, he wanted you guys to go in here in the fuse box. Guys, so as I said, I'm losing a little bit of light, so bear with me. So this is the diagram of the fuse panel inside on the interior of the STI. Okay, I'm trying to let this shit focus. See this right here? This ACC fuse, that is the fuse that you want to tap into. Now what he said, there's an empty fuse slot right here. You can put like a 7.5 amp fuse in there if there's spare fuses in the cars, or you can get your own. This is also a switched connection. This ACC fuse is also a switched connection. What does that mean, guys? That means only when you turn the ignition on, it has power to the fuse. All right, guys, so let me show you what I mean. Remember I told you about this ACC fuse, or even the fuse that he gives you to use in the instructions when you put it in this empty slot. Those are switch connections, which means they only work when the ignition is on. So now, when you take out, the fuse in here, it's a 7.5 amp fuse. That's in this ACC fuse. When you pull that out, you're gonna put that fuse, so this is your adder fuse right here. You're gonna put that fuse from the ACC into the bottom. Now when you put that in the bottom like so, see this red line right here? This red line, that positive line that he gives you for the kit, that goes in here, you put it in here, and you crimp the connection, and you hold it down. Now, you take another fuse, which is 7.5 amp, or a 5 amp. The fuse that you're putting in here can never be more than the fuse itself. So if this ACC is 7.5 amp, the highest fuse that you can use to the top slot right here is a 7.5 amp fuse. You get what I'm saying? So now, what you can do is take another 7.5 amp fuse or a 5 amp fuse, and you put it right to the top slot, because the fuse to the top is always the one going to the connection that you're making. You get it? And that's how it's gonna work. And the black wire, that can be grounded anywhere on the body of the car, metal to metal, or on the battery like I did. And that's it. All right, so I just joined up my quick connector. I'm about to put this bumper back on. I also put some wire loom right here coming off the back of it. Zip tied it up so it looks nice and neat. So let me put this bumper on. All right, guys, in the spirit of making this very easy, I'm just gonna show you on my phone. So this is how it's gonna work. So now everything is installed in the car, bumper's back on, everything now is just to, I already tested it, obviously you guys saw it works. Now I'm gonna show you what to do. So now you go into, if you're on an Android, you go into the Play Store. If you're on the iPhone, you go into the App Store and you download the LED Hue app. So just type that in, I already have it here. It's this app that shows up looking just like that. It says LED Hue and looks like a video reel or a colorful reel. Just install it real quick. Now, once it's installed, open this bad boy up. It says needs to be granted location permission for scanning Bluetooth. Sure, why not? I allowed it only while using the app, in case anybody's tracking your ass. All right. Now, what happens is it pulls up a whole bunch of Bluetooths around the area, like my GoPro. The name or the SSID of the device is the SP110E right here. So you click on that. Now, when you click on it, as you guys know, I have the RGBW logo, not just the RGB. So for, also by the way, you can change that SPE110, you can change the name of that. Just click on it and you'll be able to change the name, whatever you want to put it as. Now, since I have the RGBW logo, you go and you see this is your selector right here. You select not RGB, you select GRB, like so, and it actually came up as the GRB SK6812 RGBW. See this slider right here? You make sure it's slided and it'll light up blue. You get what I'm saying? So it's GRB SK6812 RGBW. Now, when you first download, this might show up like 600 pixels, blah, blah, blah. For the Sti logo, it is 9. So you click on here. Well, first of all, you gotta go into device. You gotta turn it on. And you go in here. Now, once you turn it on up here, that's how you turn it on and off. This slider right here. Boom, boom. Once you turn it on, you tap pixels. And if it says 600, subtract, you know, just delete it. Tap 9, hit OK. So that's how 9 appears right here. For the WRX, it's 13. Now, once you get that done, you hit enter and you're in. Okay, now let's go using the app. I'm going to show you what to do. All right, guys, pitch black out here. Got the app in front of me right here. We're in the dark. So now I'm going to click this bad boy on. Hit enter, and now we're in. I don't know how well you could see it. It's pretty damn bright. I'm gonna dim it down. That's how it looks dim. So now there are multiple slides on here. So this first one right here, this first one right there, that is the brightness of the RGB portion. Okay, so as you slide this up and down, it gets brighter or it gets dimmer, or you can turn it all the way off. Get what I'm saying? So that's pretty dim right there. The second lever, the second one down, that is for the speed. So if we slide that across, see how the speed increases? Slow it all the way down. And then the third lever right here, that is for the white light. So I'm gonna turn off the RGB up top. See, it's off. I'm gonna slide the bottom. It's a nice bright white light. So now you could drive with that as a running light if you want to. Yeah, it's pretty damn bright. That's why it looks like you know, it's very bright. So you could drive with that if you want to. It's a white light. It'll act as a running light. You should not get a ticket. Now, other important things to know. Guys, this white light is independently controlled, which means, look, if I shut this off, the white light is not going to turn off. That's how the app is built. It works independently and it blends colors. So you got to turn this bad boy back on. You go back in there and you turn this thing all the way down until it shuts off. And now, once you get out of the app, you turn it off, and now the whole app is actually off. You get what I'm saying? So now if I go back in there, turn on the white, see, I'm sliding the white, it's not coming on. So what you need to do, you make sure you turn off that white before you turn off the app. Get what I'm saying? See right there, the app is off. So now I'm gonna turn it back on. My settings are still there. Hit enter, now we're back in. Now I see this dial right here. This dial, okay, I'm gonna turn on the RGB now. So this dial, it's 100 patterns literally. Watch this, I'm gonna click it to 70, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, and you can pick whatever you want. There's a heart right here. There's a heart right here. If you like that one, you tap the heart and save it. Now, see, so let's go back to 69. See how 69 is right here? It's beautiful. It has like green and orange and all that cool stuff. Now you could speed that up and you can add some white light to it to lighten up the color a little bit, depending on how you want. That's what the RGBW does. So if you want, you can lighten that bad boy up or turn off the white and leave it nice and dark. You get what I'm saying? All right, guys, so check it. Now I'm gonna show you something else. Honorable mentions real quick. You have, turn this bad boy on, get in there. This is the auto mode. So when you go into the app and you tap the number, tap it, it goes into auto, and it goes through literally an entire cycle of different colors, patterns, backwards, forwards, you name it. It does it on its own, so you don't even have to pick a favorite. See how it's doing it right there? Now, when you go out, see the name of it was SP110E. You hold down all to rename it. You hold it down and say rename, and that's when you tap it and rename it. You can rename it to whatever you want. So let's go into the app. So now, let's say you wanted to pick a favorite. Let's say you wanted to pick a favorite. So we're gonna come out of auto and we're gonna come on. So I picked a couple favorites before. There's a heart button up here. Hold down the heart button, like long press it. And when you long press it, it'll have, and then you hit the arrows, you'll see like your favorites. So these are, I'm just scrolling through some of my favorites. Pretty freaking dope, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what you do. Also, if you tap the upper right hand corner on the screen on the Android, gives you information. So I had said that it was 100 patterns. No, it's actually 120. They give you information on exactly how to go about creating favorites, seeing all your favorites, going into auto mode, sliding for brightness adjustment, speed, the white color, everything. All right. Okay, so on to the solid colors right here. Red, green, blue, yellow. Looks like magenta. It's like teal. You can have it a solid white. So you don't, you know, I mean, if you want, you can have the RGB, like, you know, you can have the white one even to make it even brighter. Like you could turn on the RGB to make it even brighter. Turn off the white all the way and just have it as solid white. You could do whatever you want with this thing. It is freaking beautiful. They're all regular colors. DIY colors, you could do whatever you want. Now all you got to do to go back to a numbered color, just click back. And now we're back at 69. That is like orange and green and a little splash of yellow or something like that in there. It's beautiful. Get what I'm saying, guys? Now I'm gonna speed it up. Speed it up all the way, slow it down all the way. See what I'm saying? It's so freaking dope. Look at that shit. Beautiful. If you want to add a little white to it, can add a little white. It looks like a peach color floating in there with the white. It's beautiful, man. Turn the white off, and as I said before, guys, make sure turn the white off before you turn off the app. Get what I'm saying? And that's it, guys. Definitely like, subscribe, comment with this live video. Definitely use my name, Wicked Whips, on Lit Logos website for a percentage off. Skylar is a really cool guy. Reach out to him via Instagram messaging on Lit Logos on Instagram. He will get back to you. Really, really good dude. He will get back to you. Don't worry about it. Look how beautiful that shit looks. That is freaking gorgeous. Slow that bad boy all the way down. That's what I'm talking about right there. Got green, you got yellow in there. That is freaking gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. Wow, look at that. Look at that. All right, guys, that is my time. As I said, like, subscribe, comment. And I hope you guys learned something today. And once again, when you're ready to turn it off, as I told you before, make sure the white is turned all the way off to the bottom. If you want, you hit back. Once you click that button off, and that's it. I'll see y'all soon, homies. Take care.